If it's entertainment, we're definitely there. I'm your host, Sonia, and you're watching Siege TV.
Siege Magazine.
Today, we're coming to you live from the Pongo Studios in Atlanta, Georgia. Take a look around. Today, we're giving you a behind-the-scenes look at R&B artist Chip Daze's new upcoming album, Love Therapy, and the mastermind behind the music, the Beat Rockerz. All right, thank you guys both for being with us today, and we're going to start with Chip first. So tell us about how you began in music.
Ooh, that's a long story.
The short version.
The short version? I began writing songs, like middle school.
Okay.
First time I got my heart broke, that was an outlet for me to write poems and stuff about it.
Gotcha. So give us a background about where you're from.
I'm from South Carolina.
What part of South
From
Carolina?
Hartsville, South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you basically are saying that a lot of your music comes from real life stories and things that you've experienced yourself.
Well, all of it comes from real life stories. I mean, because I guess when it's therapy, and no pun, it's more of a release. So if I'm going through something, I'm dealing with something, I tend to write about it.
So why the Love Therapy album? What's the inspiration? Give us background on that. Why Love Therapy as a title for this album?
Believe it or not, conversations with people, and seeing different situations where people are in relationships, and people deal with a lot. So I used to get a lot of questions. Or how can I do this? Or what do I need to do about this? And so I came to the conclusion, instead of saying it over and over and over, let me make a collection of songs about it.
So you're an expert on this.
I wouldn't consider myself an expert.
Love therapist?
But I mean, we've all had situations that were good. We all had situations that were bad. So I'm pulling from my experiences, some of the people that I talked to, some of their experiences, to create this collection of songs.
Okay. And so tell us a couple people that have inspired you or that you feel have made an impact on your career.
That's a lot of people. Out of the gate, I can remember being a kid thinking, hey, I want to be a part of music and music business. So immediately I was able to connect with like Brian McKnight, Joe, R. Kelly, for different reasons. R. Kelly more from a writer's perspective. Joe, his vocal ability, like it's certain stuff that he do that I was like, wow, and it, I don't know, it was inspiration for me to actually pursue music. Okay.
And how did the collaboration between you, JB, and when we get to you next with the Beat Rockerz, how did this whole collaboration come together?
It's wild, like wild. I said it almost sounds like I said wow, but it's wild because we worked almost a year and we didn't physically meet.
Wow.
So it to me that says a lot about the time that we live in. It was more of a virtual working relationship.
Wow.
And we actually met through a mutual friend, and we were able to basically see, we had a common goal. We was willing to work through conversation, I was
Okay.
like, man, he seemed cool, and it worked, and we moved forward from there.
Okay. And beyond this project, Love Therapy, what other projects do you have currently coming out or that you're working on?
Music wise, or just in general?
Music-wise, industry, whatever you feel the viewers should know.
Well, that's a good question. I'm trying to see if I can talk about it. Now, okay, I'm actually working on a film, and I don't know if I have clearance at this point.
Okay.
But it's called Thirsty. No pun intended. And I actually play a role of a guy that internet dates.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't want to go too deep into it because we had to do paperwork. But other than that, I'll be contributing music to that project as well. And it's also another film that's called My Stupid Ex. It's a comedy. It's a lot of funny characters on board, and I'm excited about it. That's actually one of the projects. I'm a co-producer on, so
Gotcha.
it's really close to home. So I want to see it, be successful.
Exactly. So what would you say drives you to do what you do?
Ooh, honestly, that's another good question. What drives me? Maybe it's just passion. It's passion. It's love for the game. I say game as in the business aspect of it, because I consider myself a student to this. So, and I think as long as I can keep that mentality, I won't get bored with it.
And your career in this has been around how many years? You've been doing this for?
I say 10 years is good. 10 years solid.
Definitely.
Maybe 10 to 12 years.
Okay, so you've seen the industry pretty much change and come and go, different artists. And how do you feel about this stage of R&B music right now?
I mean,
or the R&B artists that are currently out there right now that would kind of be in your lane?
I think it's some good talent. As far as overall where R&B is, I think it's been struggling, because we live in a hip hop age. So it's almost like to survive, most R&B artists either had to conform to R&B hip hop, or you kind of get categorized.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? I think it's a separation between like new school and old school R&B.
Okay.
And so as far as the state, you hear the term R&B is dead, but I don't think it'll ever die, because it's a feel, it's a sound that will always be alive. And so like, you get people like me and other artists that's what we do. Because I venture out and write other genres of music, but you always come back home.
Exactly. And what advice would you give to someone who's just starting, wanting to be in the industry from your own experience?
Learn, do your research, find out what it is before you want to jump into it. Because, either way, you're going to have to learn. You either take it upon yourself to learn, or you learn the hard way.
Exactly.
So, doing that research, gaining that knowledge, it basically will strengthen you, or give you ammo for your journey.
Okay, and we definitely want to congratulate you on your Grammy nominations and your Ascap Award as well, and for the #1 single that you are performed by Charlie Wilson. How was that watching BET Awards and seeing your song on the television in front of thousands of people?
It was great. It was refreshing. You get I don't know. It's like actually getting in and working. You have an idea of the possibilities of where it could go, but when the reality sets in of, wow, this is doing this, and the success of it, I was in awe. Like, man, this is for real.
Crazy.
This is real.
Okay, and definitely let us know where we can find you online.
You can check me out on Facebook, of course. Chip Days Music. I'm on Instagram now. Every now and then I'll post, weird photos. And at chipdaysmusic.com.
Okay. And when can we expect the album, Love Therapy?
It should be completed, and the release is set for Valentine's Day of 2014.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Alrighty,
For
and
all the lovers out there.
and you can definitely see this interview and more at www.siegemagazine.com. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back with some information for you. All right, we're back, and you're watching Siege TV. We're here with JB, 1/3 of the Beat Rockerz. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, good. And we are definitely excited about this new project that's coming out. And tell us a little bit about your background and how you got started in music.
Well, I'm from Mason, Tennessee.
Okay.
It's like 15, 20 minutes away from Memphis. I know ain't nobody never heard of it. But how I got started in music, I've been singing and since I was 5. So it was something that I just came up doing. I started singing in the choir at like 5. My grandma sang, my mom sang, my sister sang. So it was just an ongoing process. But I really kind of got started in the music when I went to Tennessee State.
Okay.
I performed in a talent show. And one of my friends named AJ, he came to me after I performed and was like, "What are you doing? You need to be doing music." So I'm like, I don't have no studio. I don't have none of this, all this. So he just influenced me, and ever since I started, I've been loving it.
Okay. So as far as how long have you been producing? How long have you been producing music?
I've been producing, I say maybe 4 years strong.
Okay. And what do you say is your process of making music? Do you come in with an idea? Do you have a concept already? You just kind of let it flow?
I just kind of let it flow. Just get in.
Okay, okay. And as far as Love Therapy, how did you select the songs or tracks for this project?
Chip kind of led me in a direction. He was like, I want to go, super sexy, feel good music and just, just laid back riding music. So we just got in, we linked up, we just made it happen.
Okay. And as far as in the industry, who are some of your influences to do what you do?
Some of my influences, Timbaland, Brian Michael Cox, Rico Love.
Okay.
Those are some of my biggest people that I like to,
Good, good. And as far as the industry, what producers do you feel set the standard of what it is to be a producer right now?
I would definitely say Timbaland, just because you can tell a Timbaland track from any other track. His track sounds big, and it's just something different, and that's when you come into the music industry, you want to have something totally different to set you apart, to make people know that, okay, this is this person right here.
Okay. And you would definitely give a shout out to some of the people in the, some of your other counterparts in the group with you right now, or?
Oh, yeah. Like you said, I'm 1/3 of the Beat Rockerz. Shout out to Cadence and Artist Love.
Okay. And anything else that you're working on currently that our viewers should check out?
Right now I'm just working, just trying to get some different placements here and there, working with a couple different other producers, Joe Millionaire, Tyrus. So just continually working.
Okay. And where can we find you online?
You can find me on Facebook, facebook.com/JB Smooth. Also on Twitter, JB Smooth1. So.
Okay, pretty good. So what we're going to do now is get some questions for both of you to see how this process is working so far. So how many tracks are we looking to actually have on this project?
I think about 12.
Okay.
12 songs.
He's silly.
And how do you guys actually work? So this is your first time actually being in a recording session together, or somewhat of a session together.
Yes.
So how's this been working over the internet?
It's basically Chip will call me, be like, "Hey, I need some tracks, this tempo." Like, okay, cool, let me get in and make some. I make a track, send it to him. He tell me if he like it, if he vibing to it. He lay something at the house, and he'll send a session through a website that I just learned maybe a couple months ago that is my best friend, WeTransfer.com. So
Plug.
that's how we.
Wait. You like WeTransfer better than Dropbox?
Yeah. Man, Dropbox sometimes be taking forever to, load the files up.
Yeah.
So once you send it WeTransfer, I could just download it.
And I ain't had no problems with it so far.
I'm telling you.
Okay. Well,
life.
we definitely want to get into a couple tracks and give some of our viewers a little sneak peek listen, if you guys don't mind. And we'll be right back, check us out.
So deserve to share this special thing called love.
na 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 na. Yeah. Baby, you know what the business is. I've been so patient for this. Now it's time for us to get it, get it. Ooh, I'm missing your ass. Tear open the gold back. About my soul, I handle my business. From your neck down your spine. Every kiss is to make you mine. I'm in control. I'll be a guide. Girl, what role you wanna play tonight? Oh.
You beats, you beats,
Sealed Magazine.